we are moving from dark and body horror to light and platforming.
Yeah,
So,
it's not a contrast at all.
oh. So, for our second game of today, or our last game for the show, this is Toodee and Topdee. This is a platformer puzzle shifting between a side scrolling and a top down design. And we have a whole lot of hyphens in that description right there. I just noticed that. But let's start with the. Boom. Yeah, there we go. So let's start
Ooh,
with the thumbnail there. And I think this is a pretty good thumbnail.
yeah. The thumbnail definitely tells you what the game's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
It even has a shifted perspective. That I didn't even notice the first time with
Yeah.
the one character on one angle and the other character on the other angle.
Mm-hmm. The text is very legible, despite the fact that it's all light and pink on that background. But the kind of darker pink outline really helps it pop.
Yeah, it's pink on pink, but yet it is so readable because there's so much different contrast between the pinks that they used.
Yeah. The characters, I think, are well drawn, like they're very legible to see. The
Yeah, and the whole thing is very eye grabbing and definitely gets your attention.
Yeah. The one thing that kind of dings it, as we were talking about during our pre-show, is that there's not really like anything that's like guiding your eye around this thumbnail.
Yeah, the structure's not here. You can kind of draw a curved line on these enemies, and it just kind of takes you off screen on both sides.
Yeah. The whole
The one character getting the key is just leading you up off the top of the screen. The character with the box is sort of pointing towards
Mhm.
the title, but you really want a triangle,
Yeah.
and there's no triangles here.
Yeah.
And you want that triangle pointing towards the title,
Yeah.
and that's definitely not happening here. So like the structure is completely foobarred,
Yeah. But it is
but
very
everything else is
clean.
on point.
Yeah. To Chris's question, when we talk about like these kinds of live streams or sometimes live streams, I don't really pay too much attention to them, do you?
What's that?
When you see like the live stream like window at the top.
Oh, these right here. Yeah, I hate those.
Mm-hmm.
I actively hate them because, like, if they were actually live, maybe I would care because, like, I could go in there and talk to the developer. But when they're just pre-recorded and it's just now broadcasting a replay of something from several days ago, I mean, that's just annoying, and I get rid of it as quickly as possible. And because it's so annoying, even when one is live, I don't pay no attention to it
Yeah.
because I just hurry up and get rid of it because it's annoying.
Yeah.
I hate it with a passion. Now, if
uh,
they had gotten rid of the whole pre-recorded thing and it was just live, even though it says live every time, even though that's 99%, probably more than that, a lie. I just can't stand it. If it was just live, or if it only said live when they were actually live, maybe I would care.
mm-hmm.
But as now, with it lying that you're live every time and then showing the video, I don't care. Like
Mm-hmm.
actually, I care in the opposite direction. I hate it.
All right.
You know.
So, let's get back to the grade. So, for the thumbnail, like Shark said, it doesn't really have structure, but it does everything else right.
Yeah.
So, I think that knocks it out of A range.
I don't know. I think I would give it an A minus. I think it's just barely there.
I may give it B plus A minus. Definitely a high grade. I think just like the few of the issues just kind of like knock it down a few pegs.
It's just the structure.
Yeah. But still really solid thumbnail.
Yeah, if they had the structure on point, this would be an A plus.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is if they were to go redo this to try to get that,
They may
they
hurt
would
it.
probably have to make a completely different thumbnail because
All right.
and new art assets and everything, and it would be a lot of work to
All
make
right.
up very little, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for the trailer?
Yeah.
All right, playing it now. So we have a
Game
cold
is,
opening.
there we go.
All right.
Yeah, although I think the code opening would have been better had he fell into his death in a cartoon-like fashion.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the Mario Maker one. They are zooming in for certain parts.
Yep. They're definitely showing the mechanics of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showing what makes the game special and different.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the middle may be just a little long. But the footage they're showing is good.
Yeah.
Another zoom in at, what was that, 47 seconds. And then kind of the ending or the build-up begins at 54 seconds, maybe 53. Now we got the craziness of the bosses.
Yep. And definitely really climaxy.
Yeah.
And then they have like a post-credits scene here that is not technically post-credits.
Mm-hmm.
This call to action, though, this is amazing call to action.
Yeah, that is really good. And I like the guy who says, wake me when the fight starts, and he sits down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is really good. Not, I think, the best we've seen. I think I would like it just be maybe like a little bit shorter.
Yeah. And I think I would like the code opening to be a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more humor there.
Yeah, and I think they could have, did other stuff to make it better, getting into more difficult things to describe, things that you'd have to come up with ideas for kind of thing, not just, oh, here's this one set thing you could do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Special custom things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The call to action, though, that is still really solid. Really nice effect there.
They could make a wallpaper of that and people would stare at it.
Yeah.
For hours.
Grade-wise, definitely better than Grind. That is for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe B plus A minus? Maybe A minus A? What about you?
I'm thinking A minus A.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is I think I'm gonna go with A minus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think this quite gets to the level of A.
Mm-hmm. If it was a little bit shorter, I think it would be an easy A.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think A minus is fair.
Yeah.
Alright. So we have screenshots. The boss was in the trailer, but it was like a different scene of that boss.
And repeating a boss is one of the acceptable things as long as they don't do too much.
The final screenshot was kind of in the trailer, but it didn't show like the spirits. But they did go over 7, or they went over 5.
Yeah. They didn't go over 7, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like, I think the screenshots are good. There's just not that one, oh my god, great screenshot.
And there's also not like they zoomed in the trailer, but they did not zoom in at all on their screenshots.
Yeah. So it's good, but I think it could be better.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe B plus. What about you?
Yeah. B plus, A minus.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
I think so.
I think I would give it A minus.
To the top
because I think the screenshots were good or as good as the other one, and I think we gave it A minus or B plus.
Yeah. It is top down and top down and side scrolling, but that is the game itself. What we're talking about is actually like zooming in, making it look completely different from the game, like what we saw with like Auction Not Included and Grek from last week.
Yeah, zooming in, like we seen in their trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you go on their trailer to, let me see if I can find a timestamp. Like, if you go to their trailer to second 14, you can see that they're zoomed in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you definitely want stuff like that on your screenshots.
Yep.
You don't want them, you probably don't want them all zoomed in. You might, but you might not, depending on the game.
Yeah. So let's go down to the About This Game page. And it starts off really nice with custom banner or custom GIF for Twitter and Discord.
Technically, that's before it starts.
Yeah.
Because that's before the About This Game page. But those custom banners are really good.
Yep. Definitely. One second.
So they get bonus points for that.
Oh, there we go.
Then you get into the About This Game page. They have custom GIFs that are cut down to be thinner with custom little borders around them.
Yeah, there's
I would have liked it if they didn't have these gray in the corner. Either used, transparent here or use the same color as Steam.
Yeah.
I think would be really good because that is rather noticeable. Unlike that other one that we had.
Mm-hmm. I think it was from Greg, too. Or what the other game was from last week. But yeah, like, they don't really have, like, they're not using blue text or bolded text. But they're keeping the text very small and kind of letting the GIFs do the talking.
Yeah, they're keeping the text short, no walls of text here.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a really good job here.
Yeah. Huge bosses, afraid to go alone, secrets. I think to kind of like tie a ribbon on this About This Game page, I would like what they used as the call to action could maybe have been like one final GIF. I think would have tied it all together.
Yeah. But they need one final text to, build that up.
Mm-hmm.
And also what I would have liked to see would be this Discord and Twitter link they have at the top, also down here at the bottom. Not one or the other, but both. Because, like, you have the call to action for the person who first shows down here, and then you have the call to action at the end.
Yep. Still, though, I think this is a really good store page.
Yeah.
Or About This Game section.
Really good one.
Yeah.
This is not the best one we've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is definitely not an S tier.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe A- range. What about you?
I don't think this is an A-. But I don't think this is an A+ either. I think this is a solid A.
I think I'll stick between A- for me. I think just like a little bit more would probably make it an easy A. And again, as we get higher in the A's, it becomes that much harder to kind of go up there.
Yep.
But still, A- is a really solid grade.
Yep.
So, title card. We have action, adventure, indie. Again, we're missing single player. And an odd twist, they could have included multiplayer since it has local, remote play co-op.
Is that safe for a stream?
Maybe. Singly multiplayer single. So we had
multi-singlery.
Yeah. So the website was pretty good. It had all the information. It was presented cleanly.
The website was pretty great, actually. It wasn't just good. It was great. It didn't have a whole lot on it, but everything that was there was as good as it gets.
Yeah. So we have Twitter. We have Twitch. Now we don't have Discord. Well, we don't specifically have Discord on the title card.
Discord.
Yeah, because it's floating right here on my screen.
Yep.
So that does ding this section.
Yep. But like we said before, they would get a double ding if they didn't have it. But we wouldn't actually know to ding them that. It would just be a ding in game development, not their score.
Yeah. So it meets the bare minimum for the tags. I think a few more would have put it over.
Yeah. But a few more would give them bonus points.
Yeah. I'm thinking A-, maybe
solid A-, somewhere in there.
I mean, the Discord, they have it, but it's not here. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna go A minus. Because we know they have a Discord, but it needs to be in this section for it to be factored into the grade.
Yeah, I think I'd go A minus.
Yeah. So overall, though, we gave this a lot of A's, or A minus A's.
I think everything got an A of some kind.
Yeah, I think the lowest grade was a B plus.
What got a B plus?
I think maybe the About This Game. I think I may give that B plus A minus.
No, we give that A minus.
Mm-hmm. Does it Discord?
I think you might have gave the screenshots a B plus, and I gave it an A minus.
Yeah. But we gave the thumbnail, that was definitely A minus. Or B plus A minus, one of those two. We gave the trailer, I think, an A minus.
And to answer Chris' question, yes, it does. I just clicked on it.
Yeah, so like nothing I think is moving the grade up here, but it's all just like keeping it in that A minus range.
I think a few things are moving it up, but they're not moving it up enough to affect the trailer grade.
Yeah.
So I think I think if I were to give it like a completely granular score, it would be at A minus 0.3 or something.
Yeah. I think, again, like once we get into the A range, you need to do a lot to keep going up there. I think A minus is fair, just like a solid one for me.
Yeah. Same as the trailer grade is a grade for their store page. Like we said before, is when you have your trailer grade determines a vast amount about what your store page was, and the trailer grade was the same exact grade as the entire store page.
The length of the trailer was 1:21 minutes, and you want your trailer to be no more than 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think to its credit, it may
at
have
least
felt...
for your first trailer.
Yeah. I think to its credit, it didn't feel, I think, almost, 81 seconds long. I think it felt a little bit faster than that.
Yeah. And when it comes to trailer length, you want it to be as short as possible. While still, you don't want to run out of content. You want to wow the player at every moment, kind of thing. And have the thing be as short as possible.
It did not have any splash logos. It just went right into the cold opening. And that's what we want to see.
You don't want any studio names or anything at the very beginning. Which I'm surprised the first game didn't do that.
In the second trailer, I think they did, though.
I do want to point out something, though.
Yeah.
This store page, which got a really good grade, so, developer is the same as the publisher. The other one, the last one, that developer had a publisher that made that store page. And we looked up that publisher, and looked very questionable. Looked like they, from what I could see, it looked like they took any and every game that they could get, collected the 30%, made a really crappy store page for them, and just sent them on their way. And that's definitely not what you want from a publisher.
Yeah. Now, hopefully their review scores will pick up, though, because they're only sitting at 35 right now for Toodee and Topdee. I will be playing it on stream
released
tonight.
Yesterday, but that's not good for one day.
No, it's not.
Not horrible, but it's not good.
Alright, but I think that is everything for this week's show. Anything else you want to add?
Maybe next week we'll be doing a show where we go into depth about how we grade.
Maybe. We'll see if we get any submissions. And again, for anyone watching this, if you are working on a game, or have a game out, or just want us to look at a game that you know of, that for their store page, please get in touch with us. You'll find contact and information in both of our respective videos.
except for your live one. It won't find in your live one. So, join my Discord and Josh's Discord. Smash the lick button rather. Lick the smash button on both of our channels. Although, sadly, you can't do that on mine. If you're on Josh's channel, you can look at some of his other videos and get the links until he gets a recorded version up. Anyway,
and that'll go up on the weekends. So if you are new, if you want to watch these shows live, we do them Thursdays starting around 3:34 p.m. And if you want to learn more about game design industry topics, tune into the Safely Extremecast Sundays starting around 4:30 ET. You get back to waiting for that tow truck, and hopefully it doesn't start raining or ghosts begin to appear there, Chris.
Yeah. Or zombies.
Alright, so with that said, come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where is in the art and science of games. Until our next show, take care.
See ya.